Cabin's log, Ourdate, 06/10/2025. I've been doing something a little bit different today. The truck. Showed you the other day that the bed was about to fall off, so I yanked it the rest of the way off. Out of 6 bolts, one was still holding. And that was the one up here by the gas filler. Interesting. And all this back here was pretty much completely rotten away. So I had to cut off from here, obviously, you can see, back. I had a piece of channel, just a tad bit bigger. I don't think the truck will care. Transferred all the holes and everything over. You can see how this one's set up. That one actually is stock and the way it's supposed to be. This one's a little different because, you know, limitations. But I think that'll do me. Definitely need a shock on that side. Check that out. It's falling apart. And it's this side. Actually, it's fairly stiff, and this side is not. I need shocks on both sides. I'm not fooling anybody here. And then the bed, I have no idea how long it's going to take me to fix this freaking bed. If I had some channel, wouldn't be that hard. I do have some angle. Bed frame, basically is what it is, a bunch of bed frames that I could make channel out of. Wouldn't be that big a deal up here, but you can see it rusted out there. This is the one that was still holding on. And then here's the back ones. That one's completely gone. This one's gone. Who knows what vacation this one went on. And that one's gone. So, you know, it may not be as hard as I'm making it out to be. A couple of pieces of angle. And if I can just get the holes lined up right, I could, you know, weld a nut on the other side, but the chances of that happening are fairly slim. Can I do it? Yeah. Will I do it? Probably not. Actually, it looks like, yeah, I mean, this is just completely gone. That's why the tailgate wouldn't open, because it was resting on the bumper. Now I got a little bit of cancer there, hey? This whole bed's in pretty sad shape. I'm just trying to make it last a little bit longer. And there's the hole that I cut out for the fuel pump, because I didn't want to have to take the bed off, because I was trying to get the bed off and I couldn't get the bolts loose. All I had to do was wait 6-8 months for these roads to demolish them, and I would have been fine. I'm so impatient. Anyway, that's what I've been doing all day. Just fixing this stuff. And I'm thinking about putting the receiver hitch on it. It'll be pretty trick. If I actually do it, that'll be pretty trick. I'll cut out the back of the bumper, mount the receiver, and it'll actually go through the bumper. And then I'll just put the license plate on a plate on a slide in. So what I'm saying is, I'm going to cut it out here run it out here. But looking at how it'll end up, I'm probably going to have to cut this completely off. Or at least cut it and then re-weld it. That bumper's not in the greatest of shape. It's not terrible, but it's been banged up against a lot of stuff, so not too worried about beating it up. Or I could just completely disconnect it and make my own damn bumper. And just set this aside with the center caps and the beauty bars that go with this baby. Because I still got all that stuff for these, and I hate to lose them. That's why I took them off, because I was having to do a lot of tire stuff, and I was like, I'm gonna lose these. These are just gonna fall off and go rolling down the highway, and I'll never even know. I've got all four center caps and all 4 beauty bars, so kind of like to keep them as long as possible. So I'm gonna have to drill a couple of holes in this for grounds. Yeah, that's another thing. My tag lights, one of them wasn't working because it was smashed in half, and that's probably why my taillight fuse was constantly blowing. I'm getting all kinds of things figured out here. The muffler, I had to re-weld that on there. It ain't pretty, but yeah, you can see I smacked the side of the muffler. Yeah, you know, when I say my depth perception sucks, I'm not joking. I've been tripping over everything all day. It sucks. Well, that's okay. I'm going to have to redo a lot of the wiring going to the back. It sucks. Obviously that plug wasn't much good anyway, because it's been bypassed before, or part of it has. So yeah, I got all kinds of fun stuff still got to do. I'm gonna put a brace across here, go all the way across, because I don't have anything. This, I guess, attaches to the bed, and if the bed sucks like this one does, that's not a good thing. So I'm going to get it raised up, and I'll put a brace across here, all the way across, run a couple of all thread down there probably, and just cinch it up. Put a piece of rubber there just in case. I don't want it rubbing up against the tank and ruining the tank. So a lot of fixes, I guess. A lot of things I'm trying to fix. I still got to work on the back brakes, and I got to put emergency brake on here because the transmission decides it doesn't like to go into park an awful lot. So we'll just fix that too. And then once we get it patched up, then we'll start worrying about other stuff. I still got to put a plate here. I don't know if I said that. That's not anywhere near done. It's just, I'm done for the night. I think it turned out all right for what it is. I still got to patch this in. I still got to figure out, I'm probably just going to weld this in here. But I'll have to get a spacer of some sort to put in there. It was all riveted, and those rivets do not come out. You grind them off, the rivets don't come out. So it would have been nice if they were bolted in. It would have been whatever. I could still put a bolt in there. Just put a 1/2 inch spacer and bolt it in. It's not a big deal. I just don't feel like drilling another hole. I've been drilling and welding and drilling and welding, and I don't know. It looks like it's a little bit low, but that could be the fender, or it could be the bumper too. I don't know. Hell, it does look a little bit low, or it could be the yard. I don't know. Anyway, that's what I'm going to be working on probably for the rest of the week. It's got to be done, hopefully by Thursday morning. She's got to be at work at 11, so that means I'm going to miss my son's birthday, but I can't hardly drive it like it is, so it's just the way it's got to be, I guess. It sucks, but you know, sometimes life just don't give a damn, right? Bumbling Full signing off.